Today we will be learning a new topic, that is subject verb and agreement. We know that subject verb agreement helps us to understand a sentence better and construct it in a more better way. So why does subject verb and subject verb agreement makes it an integral part of the language learning? Because we know that a sentence has three structure: subject, verb and object. So it is very important for us to understand and to know the right way to concord the relationship between the subject and the verb. So this, if we properly understand that how the verb agrees with the subject and the subject agrees with the verb, then only we will be able to construct a meaningful and correct sentences. So it is very important to understand that why how does the verb and the subject agrees with each other. Okay, so there are few basic rules. First of all, whenever we are understanding it or understanding how to do it, or in our writing or in our speaking, first we need to understand that how we can make the subject agree with the verb. Okay, so there are to make this happen, there are first three basic things that you need to keep in mind. Number one, identifying it, right? Identifying the sentence, that what is identifying the subject in the sentence. Okay, that what is the which one is the subject. Okay, in a sentence, that it may be a boy goes to play every day. So here we understand that the boy is the subject. Okay, fine. Now we need to understand that what is the verb used. Verb here, in the sense, it does not refer to the main verb, it always refers to the auxiliary verb. The subject, in the subject verb agreement, the verb is not the main verb, but the agreement is based on the auxiliary verb. Okay, so now we understand that a sentence has three parts. The verb we are talking about is auxiliary verb, not the main verb, right? So the auxiliary verb, like is, are, was, were, this should be in agreement with the subject. Okay, so the subject and verb agreement, or the relationship between the verb and the subject, should not be based on the main verb. We are not talking about the main verb here, we are talking about the auxiliary verb, right? The boy is playing, right? We are talking about the is also a verb, it's a modal or an auxiliary verb, right? So here, in the sentence, let us take an example that the boy is playing. Okay, so here the boy becomes, we can identify that the boy is a subject, right? Okay, so the boy becomes the subject, and what verb we are talking about to be in agreement with is the word is a auxiliary verb. So we will be talking about this verb and its agreement with the subject. So there are few basic rules that we need to follow in according to arrive at a more correct sentence. Number one is, I already just told you few moments back that a sentence, we need to first identify these three things: the subject in the sentence, the quantity of the subject, and the proper auxiliary verb that will be placed in accordance with the subject. Okay, so number one is, we need to identify the quantity of the subject. What do you mean by the quantity of the subject? The quantity of the subject means, is it in the plural or it's in the singular form? So it is very important for us to understand that is the subject in singular form or in plural form, because based on that we will be using our auxiliary verb in the sentence. Like is, it will be is. For there are, and apart from this, when you have identified these three things, we will be then moving on to the 10 basic rules on which subject verb agreement takes place in our daily life or in the language section. Okay, now we will be moving forward. Now we will be moving forward by example, by showing example per example, that how the things happen and what are the 10 basic rules that What are the 10 basic rules that we follow while writing or speaking a particular correct sentence, and how does a subject verb agreement takes place? The very basic rule of subject verb agreement is that if the subject is singular, it will take a singular verb, and if the subject is plural, it will take a plural verb. For example, this is a very basic rule in subject verb agreement. Now, other than this, there are nine basic rules and exceptions that we take into consider while writing a correct sentence. But the basic and the ground rule of subject verb agreement is, if the subject is plural, it will take a plural verb. If the subject is singular, it will take a singular verb. So for example, let us be more clear. For example, it is, if the boy is going to the market. The boy is singular, we know, boy, and is. So that is why the verb used is. Okay. And let us come to the next one, that here then the girls are. So here the subject is girls, and that is why the auxiliary verb used is are. So now let us understand in a more better and more explained way what I just told you, and what are these basic rules and how does it work. So now we will be talking about subject verb agreement and the basic rules, how does it work. So moving over to the next slide, we know that what is subject verb agreement. The bond or agreement between the subject and the verb, it is called subject verb agreement, or in short we can tell SVA, right? A sentence has three parts: the subject, verb and the object, which is very clear, and you can see it in here, that what is the subject, verb and the object. Okay, so you can see that here it is subject, this is verb, and this is the object. Okay, the subject tells us what the sentence. So what is a subject? Subject tells us what the sentence is about, and it can be either a pronoun. So the subject can be either a noun or a pronoun. It can also be either singular. It can also be either singular or plural. Okay. So, and what is verb? It represents the action of the sentence. It represents the action of the sentence. Understood? This is what is the subject and verb of the sentence. So this is very easy. So moving on to the next slide, we know that how to make the subject and verb agree with each other. This is what I was telling you, that how to make the subject and verb agree with each other. So there are three basic ways to make the verb agree with the sentences. So let's take an example. The example sentence is, the quality of the apples were not good. First we will identify what is the subject. We can see after identifying, we can identify the subject is the quality of the apples, right? On what we are talking about. The subject is on what we are talking about. Okay, so here in this sentence, the subject, we can see that it is written in the light blue color, that the quality of the apples. Okay, this is the first part of how to make the subject and verb agree. First identify the subject. Okay, then we will see what verb is used. Here it is used were, and here it is not good. Okay, so first we will do is what? Identify the subject. What is the subject? The quality of the apples in the given sentence. Now the next thing is, decide the quantity of the subject. The subject in plural form or is in singular form. Quantity in the senses, we will decide that what if the subject is in plural form or in singular form. So here in this particular sentence, the subject is what? The main subject, it is the entire, the previous one, this one, the quality of the apples is the entire subject phrase, right? here you have to understand that about what especially about what we are talking about, means what adjective or what thing we are talking about the quality, right? We are talking about the quality of the apples. So quality is what? Quality is in singular form. The subject quality is in singular form, but this maximum time what happens is we understand that we are talking about the apples, and this is where do we make mistakes is mainly where do we make mistakes is here we can see that it is written apples. So here you may think that it is apples and it will be where, right? Because it is in plural, that is why the verb is plural. No, but we are talking about what? Apples is a secondary subject, right? Of apples, what we are talking? We are mainly talking about the quality, not about the apples. We are referring to the quality of apples, not the exact apples, right? So what happens is, so that is why quality is what? Quality is singular, right? So that is why what will happen, we have identified that the quality of apples is in singular form. So now coming to the next thing, lastly we know that I have told you in the very first or very beginning that what is the ground rule of it, that if the subject is singular it will take singular form, if the subject is plural it will take plural verb. Okay, so lastly what we have to do is you have to decide that either the subject the quantity of the, after the quantity of the subject we have to decide what verb it will take. So for the for that we know that here in the example the quality is in singular form. So what will happen, it will be what verb we will use? We will use was. So where here will be replaced by was. Okay, so here where we have used the word where will be replaced by the word was. Okay, why? Because the subject that, so this sentence happens to be wrong. So the first sentence that we are taking in example is wrong because it is not where will be replaced by what? Was. Where will be replaced by was. So the correct sentence will be the quality of the apples was not good. You will not conform to this apples, but we will conform to the our subject is the quality, actual quality, and that is in the singular form. Okay, so that is why we will use what? We will use was not good. So in the previous example you have, now we have seen that how to identify and correct the sentences. Clear? Thank you, and we will go to the next 10 rules in the next video class. Thank you.